Now in this, we're going to look at conversion of decimal to bicimal or other decimal bases. That is decimal points in base 10 to other bases in decimal point. Let's go. So let's look at some questions there. Now, it said express 2 over 3 as bicimal number. This always gives students lots of problem. They don't know how to go about this. And believe me, it's very, very simple. Now, 2 over 3 to bicimal number. How are you going to do this now? What I always tell students is that divide this 2 divided by 3. So when you use a calculator, let's divide 2 divided by 3. 2 divided by 3. So it gave us 0. This is a recurring decimal. This means our final answer also will be a recurring bicimal. Do you get that now? So I will advise you to make this thing in 4 decimal places. Though you can make it more than that. But to me, since it's a recurring decimal, I'll make it in 4 decimal places. That will be 0.6667. Because when I round up this 6, when I add it up to, it's up to 5. I round up to 1, add it to 2, making what 7. So my final answer will be 0.6667. So it means here now, this 2 over 3. Sorry. So when I divide 2, this is number 1. When I divide 2 divided by 3, I will get 0.6667. Now let me show you something. Now, how are you going to now? This is in base 10. You are converting it to, base 10. You are converting to base 2. But also, it must also be in decimal also, because what we did earlier was, it doesn't have decimal point. The one we did earlier is just a whole number. Now you are beginning decimal point, so you have to convert it to base 2. To decimal. Decimal means bicimal means means 2. So if it's binary that does not have decimal point, bicimal has decimal point. Now how you're going to do this is that, you know this one here. Let me use another marker. Let me use blue. So this one here is a whole number. Is a what? That is 0. That will be 667. This is a whole number. What you do here is that, let me change the marker. Now, what you do here is that this 2 over 3, when you divide, we are going to divide it by 2. So it's going to be 0. First thing, 0. You want to divide it by 2. So 0 divided by 2 will give us 0. So for the whole number, it is 0. That one is sure, because when you divide 0 divided by 2, you have points here. Now you see this one here, 6667. It means when you have 0.6667, it means 0.6667. That's what it means. If I give you 0.5, it means 0.5. If I give you 0.123, it means 0.123. Do you get the logic? Yes, you get the logic. You should get the logic there. So the reason why I'm saying this is that we are going to use this to solve some question. Now I've done the what's it called? The whole number. Now the decimal point. You know this whole number, I divided it by 2. Now the decimal points, I'm going to multiply. I'm going to do the inverse of this. Do you get that now? What I did here is that I divided it by 2. Why this? Because of 0 points. This one from points down here is decimal point number. They are less than 1. So I'm going to multiply them by 2. So the first one is going to be 0.67 times 2. When I multiply this by 2, what did I get? I will get 0.67. When you use your calculator, 0.6667. Well, let's use calculator here so that you see it clearly. So 0.6667 times 2. times, because you are making it in decimal, in a bicimal, so give me 1.3334, right? Very good. So here my final answer here is what? Is 1.3334, right? Now you have one here, this whole number, leave it alone. Now take this one. Now next one, you're going to take this one. That will be what? You now have what? 0.3334. Multiply it again by 2. So what will you have? So when you multiply this by 2, 0.3334 times 2, that is 0.6668, right? 668. Now you have 0. This is a whole number. These are decimal points. From here, multiply again by 2. 0.6668 times 2. What did you get? You get what? 0.6668, 0.6668 times 2. So you get 1.3336. Now multiply it again. So you have 1 here. So you have 0.3336. Multiply it by 2 again. So you have a 0.3336 times 2. Remember, because we are converting to base 2, that's why I'm multiplying by 2. Bicimal now. It's converted to bicimal. So when you multiply this by 2, so that will be 0. You have to be very careful with this thing. If not, you get it wrong. Times 2. Just chill out. It's a very 0.6672, right? Now you move on again. This is 0 that you have. This is what you have again, right? So you are going to use that again. 0.6672 times 2 again. So times 2, you should get 1.334. This is equals to what? 1.3344. This will continue giving you recurring decimal. Now this is what you're going to do now. Now your final answer now will be, this is the whole number. That's 0. 0 you get 0. 0 point. Now you are choosing the whole number, not the decimal point. So this is what I'm choosing. Let me change this thing. So I'm going to choose from here, from the first one, the whole number only. So the whole number, I thought I used the whole number. See me. So the whole number is what I'm choosing. So you start from, you don't move up like this, you move down. Everything is always opposite. You move what? You move down. So what you now have is what? You have what? 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So it's also continue going, and so on and so forth. So it's in base what? Base 2 bicimal. So this is the final answer. This is how you go, because this one is a recurring decimal. So you continue getting the same thing over and again. So you just stop at this 5 decimal places, then you are done. So this is the final answer. Just get the logic. As you continue doing another one, you understand better. It's a very simple question. So copy it. Then if you don't understand, let's look at the second one. You will understand now. I promise you will understand. It's a very simple question. It's very simple once you get the work, how it goes. Now, the next one, they said you should convert this to bicimal. You should convert it to bicimal. So we have 31.375 to bicimal, just to base 2. Now, you know this is a whole number. I told you earlier, this is a whole number. Let me give it another color so you understand it. This is the whole number. So first thing you have to do is that you convert this whole number to binary numbers. That is what you do first. So if you can do that one first, then your problem is solved. So binary numbers is in 31 now. So I told you what you have to do is that you would do something like this. Normal, that is the whole number now. 31. So you divide it by what? By 2, because it's bicimal. 2 in 31 is 15, right? Remainder 1. 2 in 15 is 7. Remainder 1. 2 in 7 is 3. Remainder 1. 2 in 3, 1. Remainder 1. And 2 in 1, 0. Remainder 1. So this is what you have for this. So it means for 31 you have 1 1 1 1 1 for this 31 when you convert it to binary. To binary, so you have 1 1 1 1. So put point. It means you have satisfied the rule for this 31. So let's now go back to our normal solution, what we did earlier. You know this one is now, it means is what? 0.375, right? I told you earlier. So what are you going to do? I'm going to multiply it by what? By 2. So when you multiply this by 2, what did you get? So 0.375 times 2, you get 0.75. 0.75, right? The next thing, you are dealing with this one next, Abby. The decimal point. Leave this whole number decimal point. That will be 0. I'm not using this 0. Note. 0.75. I told you earlier, if I say 0.75, it means 0.75. If I say 0.35, it means 0.35. So get that logic. 0.75 times, you multiply again by 2. So let's multiply it by 2. If it's recurring, we will know. Then you have to stop at 5 decimal. That will give us what? 1.5. Now what do you have now? You have what? 0.5. Because 0.5 means 0.5. That will be what? 0.5 times 2. And 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. So because the final part for the 0 point is 0, so you stop. That is your final answer. So when you now what? Let me use a green marker to demarcate this. So we are going to move what? This is what you are going to use. And you are going to move downward, not upward. You know, now the whole number will move upward. Now this one you move downward. You move like this. This is how you move. You move downward. Okay. So it means my final answer now. So after the decimal point of the binary of the whole number, so so it's gonna be what? So you now have what? It will be 0 1 1. That will be what? 0 1 1 base 2. That is it. You can see how beautiful it is. So that is the final answer. So you can pause the video and check over it again. You can try something on your own. You can try that number. Try the third one by yourself. Let me see your answer. So after I try it, then we compare if you are right or you are wrong. Yes. Or you can check your exam focus, your new general mathematics, your essential mathematics, or the check that. If you have any of those textbooks, check. There are some questions there you can solve on your own, or you check online. So yes, that's how you learn. Now I want you to try that number 3 by yourself. Pause the video and try it on your own. So we have 9 over 20. 9 over 20 to bicimal. So 9 over 20 to bicimal. So I will come here. 9 divided by 20. 9 divided by 20. So So that gave me what? 0.45. I think that's beautiful. So it means my final answer here, when you convert it, is giving me what? 0.45. Now I know that the binary of 0, this whole number here, it is 0. We did that earlier. This is 0, then point. Now I now have, going back to our normal protocol, 0.45 means 0.45. So I'll multiply it by what? I'll multiply it by 2. So 0.45 times 2. So 0.45 times 2. I will get 0.9. 0.9. Then it means now I have 0.9. 0.9 now. That will be 0.9 times 2. 0.9 times 2, that will give us, I think that will give us 1.8. That should give us 1.8. That is 1.8, right? Then you move on. So you have, this is now what? This is what we are going to multiply again. 0.8. 0.8 times 2. So 0.8 times 2, what should it give us? 0.8 times 2. That should give us 1.6. So this one will continue going on. So now you have what? 0.6, no problem, times 2. 0.6 times 2, that should give us what? 0.6 times 2, that should give us 1.2. 1.2. Now you have 0.2 next, right? That will be 0. Don't touch the whole number. 0.2 times 2, that should give us 0.4, right? Or 0.4, yeah, 0.4. I think you can stop here. Let me just do the last one. Then we have what? 0.4. I mean, this part here, this one here, 0.4 times 2. So continue giving me 0. To now go back to that thing, I will come on 0.8. So let me stop here. So just do and so on and so forth for your teacher. He will understand, or she will understand. For the female math teacher, actually for you. So you count down that you are going to make it downward, not upward now. So it's going to be start from what? 0, 0. You can make it in 5 decimal places. Your teacher will understand. 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, and so on and so forth in base 2. So this is it. So you just count 0, 1. You count down. You move it down, not up, because you are dealing with decimal. You move it down. It's the opposite of the other one. Now the last one now, which is to base 6. It's not every time you're going to convert everything to decimal. Sometimes you have to convert to other base decimal. So how do you go about it? This tutorial is a little bit long, but I want you to have the understanding of this particular topic, because it always gives students a lot of problem, and it's very simple, I promise you. Now 0.75 to base 6. Now the same thing, we have 0.75, 0.75, and you know that when you divide this whole number here, you still get 0. 0 divided by 6 is 0. That one is fixed. So 0.75. So let's do that the point side now. So you are going to multiply not by 2 now, because you are converting to 6 base 6 times what? Times 6. So 0.75 times 6, when you use a calculator, times 6, you get 4.5. 4.5. Now you have 0.5 to multiply again by 6. 0.5 times 6. So what did you get? 0.5 times 6, 0.5 times 6. You get 3.0 or 3. Sorry. You get 3.0 or 3 anyhow. So it means you have stopped at 0, so nothing again. So you stop. So you are dealing with these numbers here. So you count downward, right? So your final answer now is what? 0, because this is 0, right? 0.43 base what? Base 6, and you're done. That is it. So you can try some questions on your own. Beautiful. Let's move on to the last chapter, solving an unknown. That is what will take off more time.